interpreter, and today's class is gonna be about respect. How to be respectful, that's a code of ethics for medical interpreter. I'm repeating, these videos are based on national standards of healthcare interpreters, code of ethics and best practices, national and Californian. So guys, again, code of ethics, rule number 4, how to be respectful in interpretation or in an interpreting encounter. In order to follow best practice and code of ethics, interpreter must respect all the parties, respect their dignity without any discrimination, no matter of their cultural background, religion, gender, sexuality. Respect is must. You have to respect all the parties, even though you don't understand or you do not agree with their beliefs and statements. Respect is must. Respect is also related to a law of non-discrimination, guys. So as an interpreter, you should know that as a professional, as a freelancer, you cannot discriminate nobody. All right, so which means interpreter must engage in dignity and respect for all parties, treat them with respect, use a professional and cultural appropriate way to show respect and promote respect, right? How to be respectful in an interpreting encounter. I will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rules how to stay put and how to stay respectful in interpreting medical interpreting encounter. But I'm repeating, you can use these tips in your profession and I guarantee you, you are gonna be successful. All right. Rule number 1, to be respectful in medical interpreting encounter, you have to be able to recognize the patient autonomy. Avoid conflict of interest, avoid being there interjecting, right? Respect. That was number 1. Number 2, do not take control of communication and become an active party of the conversation. Interpreter have to stay on the back. Number 3, allow the patient privacy, space, physical space. Allow them space to let's say to change, to dress. Do not stay too close, do not stay too far. There is this in each culture there is a different space allowance. In some culture women have to stay further, and so on and so on. Give the personal space. Number 4, in order to be respectful and a good interpreter, you have to advise the provider if there is any kind of a barrier, of a communication, of a cultural barrier. If you omit to do that, you're not respectful anymore. You have to constantly be respectful through the interpreting encounter to the culture, toward the cultures that you work with. Okay, that was about barriers. Number 5, and this is very important, and I noticed that a lot of people that have a different background, especially from small places, they try to influence the patient decision. Guys, you do not influence the decision. It's not your job to advise good, bad professional. Is that a good doctor? That's not your job. Number 6, do not respond to disrespectful remarks. You have to interpret them back to the provider. So provider understand what is happening. For example, I was interpreting for a lady last week, and she was very upset regarding something for her insurance. The insurance was not going to pay for some treatment. And for about 40 minutes while I was interpreting, she would say, "Oh, you're so terrible. You're awful interpreter. Oh my goodness, you gotta go to school, girl." And I interpret back that to the provider, and the provider said back, "Madam, the interpreter is here to helping you. Please be respectful." So when somebody is insulting you during the interpreting encounter, you have to interpret back. And remember, if you want, you are free to withdraw. You're free to say, "I am not gonna stay here. Thank you for using my services. I'm gonna advise you to someone else. Do you like another interpreter? Do you like to find somebody that is gonna help you better?" Okay, remember guys, that was class number 4 of Code of Ethics. How to respect, how to stay respectful. Remember guys, you cannot discriminate. Respect is must. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. That was everything from Ioana at Mirror Interpretation Todorova. That was Code of Ethics and how to be respectful. Thank you. Bye-bye.